Yeah, welcome all. I'm just recording this session for people, those who are joined late, and for them to ensure that this session of recording will be very useful for you down the line when you refer it. So in earlier session, we learned what is exactly mean by constraints. Number one, if it is the sketch is to be fully constrained, means it should be fully green, and white means under constraint, and pink means over constraint. So this is the first concept what you learned. And when you create sketches, you will have combination of both geometrical and dimensional constraints. Now, furthermore, today, I'll be giving you some more intent or some more idea about what exactly the sketcher is and how you can customize your sketcher, how you can design your part modeling capabilities, keeping the sketcher as a reference face. The first, always remember that when you get a drawing, right? When you get a drawing to develop the model, so first understand the longest dimension in both vertical and both horizontal. That means I'm going to give you a drawing, just telling that read this drawing and modeling it. First, you need to understand how to read a drawing. Read a drawing means which is your absolute axis, number one, where from which absolute axis, what is my horizontal distance, say 150 mm, vertical distance 200 mm. So start fixing those base features. Then you understand my product is going to be manufactured on what basis. Based on that, you start building the component. So first thing for you to is drawing reading, intricate shapes, section views, first angle projection or third angle projection. We have to understand that, right? Until unless you don't know what is first angle and third angle projections, that is European conversions and Indian standards or other global client standards. Most of the US use third angle projections or first angle projections. So we use third angle projections. So you need to have all this conditions and ensure that how we are going to start designing the product. Okay, so based on that, after starting designing the product, what you need to do is that then go to CATIA first. Understand from here you might have read the drawing. From this vertical point 200 is the maximum distance, so you start fixing that one. So I'll just open file new and part and just give a simple idea of how to start designing it. So you get this screen. So you might have read your drawing and decided that I have to draw a rectangle taking this coordinates, which is 200 mm horizontally, 300 mm vertically. So what you do, go for the sketch first and click on the sketch. Define your coordinate points. This is my coordinate points. So that means you start building from here. So drawing reading is a must. Based on drawing reading, then you move on to the next level. So in this case, you see that first I'm going to learn this one, sketch tools. So I'll just move this back first, and I'm going to keep this one also here, right? So I'm going to click on my sketch tools. So once I click on sketch tools, see this gets expanded. See, this gets expanded, right? This gets expanded. Let me keep this orientation over here, and this one also over here. Okay, that means in this case, when I click on my profile, you see the sketch tool gets expanded. The first thing what I can do in this case is that I can just draw a line. Always remember that when you use your creation of a profile or something like that, the highlighting points, right? The orange one indicates that this is the current active one. That means in this sketch, what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a line, right? I'm going to draw a line. See this, I'm going to draw a line. So that means it will tell you that I'm going to draw a line based on my requirement. Okay, so that means the first option is on. So whatever you do, it will be coming only line. So the next one is tangent arc. You see that tangent arc. Once you click on this tangent arc, you can start building your tangent arc. See that? Okay, and then you want to have a line, you can just build your line. So this is how you start building your profile. So in the model capabilities and the orange active, that means you are going to do it. That's the meaning of it. Okay, so in this case, see what I'll do, I'll just control Z, go for a sketch. So what is the first option, line or 3-point arc? If you want to, you can't do first as a tangent arc because you need line for tangent arc. So what I'm doing, 3-point arc I'm doing. So that means one pointer, second pointer, third pointer, right? You create these 3 points. Once you click these 3 points, then what happens? It will guide you. Then I can use my tangent arc. So I'm going to use my tangent arc. See that? Is it clear? So this is how you start building it. This you can use using mouse itself. Down the line. Okay? Down the line. When you're getting experienced. I'm sorry. You can just start creating your profile. See, I'm just doing it. So just take this profile. See, I'm just going to draw this one. See this? I'm going to use this one. See this? I can use my mouse itself. See this? I'm just keeping it. See, I'm just, see this? I'm just using my mouse itself. Right? See, I can use my mouse itself. See that? Got it? So just keep it over here. Draw this one. So just see that I'm just using my mouse itself. See this? See this? Okay. Okay. See that? You can use mouse itself to start developing your first sketch. Something like that. Simple. So what we did, just use the small sketch and start developing your differentiation. So you can just move this or something like that. Okay. Just to keep that. So what you can do is just the fundamental diagram has to be taken care of first. So based on that, you start developing your sketches. Understood? So that means the first step is you're going to create profile, any profile, whatever you would like to have. So this is called user-defined profile. This is called user-defined profile. See here now the sketches has come like that. Either click பண்ணீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு நார்மலா வந்துரும். The screen will be very normal to you. இப்படி ஸ்லாண்டா இருக்கும். Just click பண்ணீங்கன்னா நார்மலா வந்துரும். That's it. Okay. So now in this case, what you see is that always remember that when you start creating your sketches, understand the first whether I'm going to use this one or rectangle. If you have rectangle, you can use it rectangle. See this. This is one more thing. I'm going to use different types of oriented rectangle. So I'm going to click on this one and this one. This is one type of rectangle, and I'm going to click this one. So there are different varieties of creating the rectangles. Okay, and you have different types of profiles. This is something called elongated hole, where I'm going to draw this one and draw this one. So you can just manage it. So you can use this, right? This is one elongated hole. And then you have something called cylindrical elongated holes. The keyway எல்லாம் cut பண்ணுவாங்கல்ல இந்த machining, that is what we call as this one. See this? This one, right? You can just use this one also. And then what you can use different keyways, hexagon, all the stuff. So you can explore that. And provided all this you have to do once, you do all this one, you have to do fully constrained sketch. That's must. If you're not doing that one, that's a challenge. So I just select it and delete it. So that's possible. So what we are going to do, say for example, this particular line, I will make it fully constrained and show you how to make it fully constrained. I'm going to just draw a line and show that this is my line, right? இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த line வந்து fully constrained இருக்கா இல்லையான்னு தெரியணும். First, number one. In this case, this length is 16 mm, so I can change it as 18 mm. Fine. If I move this line, see that if I move this line or if I move this line, it will move, right? But what is my length? I'm going to give this length as, say for example, select this one and select this one, and I'm going to define as 100 mm. That means, see this, the length is 100 mm, but it is flying in air. That's the meaning, right? So how can you constrain this? What is your thought process to make this sketch fully constrained? What I can do, இப்பதான் யோசிக்கணும் நீங்க. When you do its constraints, here I cannot give dimensions. It's meaningless that you select here and give this one 50, right? It becomes fully constrained. But don't you feel this is a meaningful or non-meaningful giving of dimensions? It's not required sometimes. Provided this distance is 55 means you have to give it. No other question. All right. provided this distance is 55, you have to give it. But when, with reference to this axis, I would like to make 50-50 means that time, no need to give this dimension. What you have to do, see that, very important point. Select this point first, right? I selected this point, see this point. That means first select this point, with reference to this, then you select this line and make a symmetry. These 2 points will be symmetry with reference to this axis. That's the meaning. So what I'll do now is that I have selected this line, right? I have to select this particular line. Use control key. Don't forget, use control key. Press control key while selecting first and second. This 2 point, and then third, you select this vertical axis. So first, second, then third. And when you select this 2-1, and then you select symmetry, then you this constraint definition box, then it will tell you that, hey, between this selection, whatever I have done, you can do either this or this symmetry, or you can do fix. I'll do fix symmetry now. You can see that இந்த இடத்துல பாத்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும் ஒரு symmetry symbol வந்திருக்கும், right? இந்த இடத்துல பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு symmetry symbol வந்திருக்கும். This means that if you change this dimension to 500, whatever it is, that gets changed. Or you just change this one. See this? Now it's symmetry. When I give symmetry, what's happening? See this? See this? Symmetry. Both the side it was moving. So first, when I deleted this, when I move this one, see it moves only that one. So when I selected this one, this point, and this point, and select this vertical axis, and go to constraint definition box and give symmetry, this component is symmetry. Still it is symmetry because white, because I not define the length of this center axis. So what I do, I go select your center axis, right? The center axis. So this distance is now something called 200, and give OK. You got your center axis designed for 200 mm. Okay. Now this is how you start building your component, right? Understood? So first, what we learned in this case, I just created today a profile varieties and some type of elongated. Let me take one more example of creating this cylindrical elongated hole. So this cylindrical elongated hole, what it needs, first it needs always, you don't know what to do when you select any command, you don't know, right, what to do. See that at the bottom, கீழ பாருங்க, define, உங்களுக்கு guide பண்ணும், define the center to center arc. So that means this is my center arc. Then it will ask கீழ பாத்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், select a point or click, இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும். Okay, so then you just draw a line, arc. So once you select the center point and draw an arc, you get this one, and then move the mouse, you get this one. So just give this dimension. Now you get this point, right? Now if you see this, this length is, I would like to give as 8. So that I would like to give 8. Now this point I can move, this point you can move. So what you will do, the best point is you need to give symmetry. So now you know how to give symmetry. You select this particular point and you select this particular point. See that? You need to be very careful while selecting. Use control key, select it, this point, select this point, and select this vertical axis, right? Don't do 1, 2, 3. Don't do this way. 1, 2, and 3. Don't do this way. You do this. I would like these 2 points to be symmetry with reference to this axis. This language also you tell it. The rendu point in the axis ku enakku symmetry veno. That's the meaning, right? So similar way, you just select it and click on my constraint definition box. So once you do that, you can see here that I'm going to create my symmetry. Give OK. Your sketch is constrained now. Symmetry. It's not fully constrained still because you're not fixed this diameter, right? So now I'm going to give this radius as 53. Say for example 56. Give OK, you got it. Still the sketch is not fully constrained. Why? Because this point is not defined. Symmetry is happening. See, symmetry is happening, but what is that? This is not happening. So as I told you, a sketch to be fully constrained, You need to have fully green, white is appearing. So what you'll do, you'll learn something new. This is called my axis line. This is called my axis line. Okay, I'm going to use this axis line and start doing constraints. So I'm going to just draw this axis line. From here, I'm going to make this axis line. See that? Zoom panni paringa. When I'm going to do it, when I'm going to keep on this, it shows me, blinks me that, hey, this line is going there. It's not going, see, now it's not going. So what you do, select this line and select this point, go to definition box, constraint definition box, and make it coincidence, right? So that means when you move this, it moves. When I move this axis, it moves, right? When I move this axis, it moves. Now what you can do, you can give the angle. See, I'm going to give the dimension between this axis and this horizontal axis, so that my angle is this much, which how much? 34. So I can just play with this. See that my axis system, I can just play with my axis system. At the same time, it is fully green also. See that it is fully green, right? So that means I have given a fully constrained sketch, which is recommended for me in terms of the design aspects. So you understand how to give constraints one by one. Welcome back, and now we will just see the next level of understanding the constraints. So you understand all this profile, so you can just play with this one. It's not a big thing. You just make this components and start giving. Only thing is how to use constraints. Always remember, whenever you do it, make it the sketch fully constraints for you to move on to the next level. Okay, that's one fundamental thing which you need to understand, right? So I'm going to delete this sketch. See, I'll go exit this one, and you can able to delete the sketch, right? Click on the sketch once again. Today I'm going to focus only on Sketcher, and tomorrow also probably to some of the Sketcher elements. Now if you see, you are having a circle, different types of circle. You can use 3-point arc. See this 3-point arc. Different types of circles are there. You can use 3-point arc with starting limits. This is my starting and this is my starting limits. Okay. Right. And you have a point with arc. You select this point, select with an arc. See this? This is one arc, you can do it, right? So this one is also possible. So you can just draw anything. Some point of time, you need only arc. So என்ன பண்ணலாம் அந்த டைம்ல சென்டர் கிரியேட் பண்ணிட்டு ஒரு ஆர்க் கிரியேட் பண்ணிக்கிங்க அவ்வளவுதான். அப்புறமா உங்களுக்கு ஆக்சஸ் சிஸ்டம் எப்படி பண்ணணும்னு தெரியும். Just keep it on this and just draw on that, right? And just move on. I don't know, just move on this feature. So this, you can see that. Okay, just move on this particular feature so that you can able to understand how it's going to happen. Okay, is it a challenge? I don't know why this time remaining meeting is there to showing it. Okay, no problem. So understood. So I'm going to use a dimension between this and this one. So this is something 40 mm. All right, something this, and then go for dimension. What is that? I will click on this dimension. That's fully constrained. So now I will show you how to open the okay. For you, the task is that you have to draw this sketch. First, understand always when you start proceeding it, you have to read the drawing, right? As I told you, you have to read the drawing. In this case, when you're going to read the drawing, understand that 85, 100, 340 are my critical dimensions. Always remember, with reference to horizontal axis, you start thinking of this one: 340, 100, 85. And this is my angle is 30 degree. And this is 100 mm. And this is my 50 degree. Just see this. This is my outer diameter and this length is 80 mm. So what I'll do first, I'll just go File, New. I'll go for part model. This is my process. Give OK. You get it. Then select a sketch. Go for Sketcher Workbench. Select my YZ plane. Your sketcher will come. That's what we have done. This sketcher will come. You can see the grids. And once the sketches are come, then what you need to do, just from here, use this same profile we practiced, right, today. Just go here. From here, just draw a line nearly about 340 or something. See that? You can use this from here. Intentionally, I'm drawing up. So I'm just drawing 340 or something, approximate line. See? Then from there, you just draw an angle. So then just draw a straight line. See that? I'm just drawing a straight line. Draw a vertical line and just come over here and use this one, right? And join this one. See that? Got it? So I'll repeat once again. Go for the sketch, right? Just draw approximate dimension. Just draw an angle, line. Just draw this one and just go here. See, zoom this if at all you want it. Zoom this. So intentionally, I'm drawing this one and join this. Okay, and click on this one. So in this case, you see this line first. I will make it horizontal. Intentionally, I draw it, so I'll make it horizontal. Done. See, zoom this area. This sketch is not correct, right? See this sketch is not correct. So I would like to make this sketch and this one coincident. I'm just teaching you how to do it. Make it, see this line, this point, and this point, make it as coincident. At the same time, this and this has to be tangency. I'm just teaching you this. See, this is done first, correct? So now you put it normal so that you can see that this length is how much. So then what I'll do, I'll take this point and put it here so that this center becomes easy for me. So coincident. So, but what is happening? The dimensions are fixing. So first, fix all this dimension. See that? First, fix all this dimension. From first, you select this one. This is 340, right? 340. Just give it. And this dimension, see this one? From here to here, it was 100 mm, right? This is 100 mm or 85. Sorry, 85. See that? You made it. And make this point, if at all. We'll see that later, no problem. And this length, this dimension is how much? 100 mm. And this angle, this and this one is 30. Right? See, this is moving, right? What we should do? So that I'll take this point, take here, and make it coincidence. I'm just making coincidence. See that? You can do that, right? So in this case, what I'll do, always remember that when you do this constraint, all these dimensions, you can constrain it. Okay. So take this point. It's not moving. See, you can just make this point to come and sit on this one. That's my meaning, right? So this means I can make the constraint. So in this case, I'm just going to select this point and select this point and click on this one. So this point and this point. Ensure that it is fully coincident. See that? You can see that. So see this is coming. So this diameter, how much? Sorry, it's selected. So I have to select this radius. So this is also done. See, this is also moving. See this, right? So from here to here, it was 85, right? We have fixed that one also. So now if you see your constraint, your sketch is fully constrained as per the diagram, whatever the diagram is there, right? And this is a diameter of 25, because we have radius of 50. Then draw a circle. Once again, you know how to draw a circle. Inside it, you have a circle, and draw a circle and give the dimension of this circle as whatever, 30, something like that. Understood? So this is the first step. What you have to do, seeing your video, seeing this one, you have to start creating this model. In this case, just move this one so that you get this one. Clear? So I would like to stop with this today, so that I would like to see some outcome from you people, so that you see my videos, show me some screenshot of this one, so that I'm confident that you are learning it. Okay, so we will catch up next on Monday, that is on 25th, 4 o'clock. I'll send all these details. Please do join, please attend it, and meanwhile you practice it, and I will share you all these video recordings in the drive for you to access it, so that you can able to practice this component and practice it further. Okay, thank you. And any doubts, any point of time, you can just ask me.